4.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 28-19 Wisconsin State High School Boys Division III Championship between Madison Westside Lake Country and the Pulaski Joeys. Thanks so much for joining us here on OCAmedia. I'm Zach Seeloff, along with Mark Kennedy, bringing you today's game action. Mark, great to be here with you. Thanks for joining us in the booth.
Thanks, my pleasure, Zach, and it's great to be here.
Going to be a fun game. The Pulaski Joeys are on our right in the purple jerseys. On our left is Madison Westside Lake Country in the gray jerseys with the yellow numerals. That's a co-op team between Madison West and Lake Country. And that is definitely something we've seen in rugby, still trying to build it up to the level of a WIA varsity sport. So at the club stage, a lot of co-op teams, still a lot of co-op teams in other sports around the state. And so as we get ready to get underway here, 2 30-minute halves. Madison West moving left to right in this first half. The Pulaski Joeys moving right to left. The Joeys more senior team, the Pulaski Roos, just won the D1 state championship about an hour ago. And the Joeys will look to capture the D3 title here in the final game from the Madison United Rugby Sports Complex here in Cottage Grove. Thanks so much for joining us. Visit us on the web at OCAmedia.com. Check us out on YouTube, search OCA Media. And if you live in the Oregon area, you can tune us in on your charter cable, channel 983. We had some rain about 20 minutes ago. Actually rained pretty heavily, but only for a very short time. And now behind us, we've got sunshine peeking out. Looks like we should have decent weather for this final contest. Referee just making sure we've got 15 per side.
Purple captain ready? Gray captain ready?
And here we go. Let's put this ball in play. The drop and the kick, and we are underway. The Joeys field it after a little bobble on the initial kick. Little space on the outside, but brought down. They hold the ball.
Yeah, nice ruck by the Roos.
And we're going to play advantage on that one. And the Joeys will hang on to things. Trying to dive forward. A good wall of defense here from.
Yeah.
And so the penalty advantage is finally called as the Joeys weren't able to get anything going. Boy, just plowing ahead there was Eli Thiem, the captain, number 7. Gets almost all the way to midfield. Now the Joeys kick it out towards the middle. Caleb Abs driven back on a nice job by Madison West.
Yep. Nice counter ruck.
Force them toward the backside, little handoff. They drive across the 10-meter line. And another advantage play. The Joeys elect to give it a tap and go, and immediately hustling forward is Eli Thiem. Thiem, though, knocks it on, and so that will be a scrum to Madison West.
The first penalty, the last penalty was a knockout, a high tackle by 9.
The referee letting the players know what the advantage calls were since we had a pretty significant delay on the penalty there. Oh, and we've got blood on the field. Yep. Number 9, Mark Pies Handrick, getting just a little bit of the red stuff out.
Yeah, I think he's their captain.
And so as we get started here, Mark, so a lot of whistles in the first few minutes of play, and I think that just reflects, some early jitters here in the state tournament.
A little nervous, I think. It's apropos. I think they'll settle it down a little bit, but it's as you mentioned, the weather might have been an issue. Not anymore, though. Looks pretty decent.
Nice that it's cleaned up, and yeah, the referee keeping tight control of this game, not wanting to let things get out of hand early. You enforce those rules, and I think everyone kind of comes along, gets into line.
Oh, yeah.
The trainer has gotten some work today. She's had a fair amount to do with various nicks and scrapes and a couple more serious injuries. Thankfully, no one too seriously hurt. But
no, I didn't see in any of the games that there usually is an ambulance on hand.
Yep.
That's just part of the protocol.
Yep, and big thanks to Deer Grove. They provided the ambulances for today's game, just as you said, just as an extra precaution in case something should happen. Very rare that they're actually needed, which is nice.
Yeah. Rugby gets a reputation for being beyond rough and tumble, and it's only dangerous if you do something incorrectly. I mean, it's especially at this level where you don't have professional athletes at 230 pounds running into each other. These are, young men and women playing the game who are just, having a good time and learning how to do it properly.
Well, and so many of the rules are structured to avoid some of the things you see in American football. For example, in rugby, you can't hit a player who's jumped for the ball until he comes back on the ground. So you see less of those, big helicoptering hits and things of that sort, and that helps keep players healthy. Which is, this is a game. At the end of the day, we don't want to see anyone go home injured. And so, patched up and ready to roll is number 9, Mark Pies-Hondrick, and he will be the one to put the ball in play. Referee instructing the players. We're ready to go.
Coach! Fine! Set!
The scrum underway. The tap. The drop. And the scrum kind of collapses, but Ray able to hold it.
I thought he was offside, but
Pies-Hondrick does get rid of the ball just in time to McGee. McGee taken down a little short of midfield. And Westlake Country will hang on to it, pushing across midfield, fighting hard. They do make it to the midfield line. Give it to the big man. He drives forward, picks up another meter or two. Now to the outside. Madison Lake Country keeping it very interior here, not trying to hit the wings, just trying to drive through the center. McGee now pitches it a little further out, but still work in the middle of the field. A nice little run this time by Cole Kleinhans. Loose ball picked up by McGee, and now McGee with a little space, but he is just being ridden. He's fighting to try and get forward. Number 9, Jet Barron of the Joeys, trying to bring him down.
5, you got to get back on side.
And we got an offsides call against Pulaski, so the penalty kick will come for Westlake Country.
Yeah, but it's probably a wise move. Just gain some ground and get the line out coming out.
They're going to kick this one into touch if it can get there. It does not actually get into touch, though, and Pulaski holds onto it, getting a little assist, keep him from rolling out of play. And so the Joeys now have possession as they send it towards the middle of the field. 26:45 on the clock here. 30 minutes per half in this high school state championship. A loose ball is picked up by Pulaski, but immediately taken to the turf.
Nice time.
The defense of Madison West Lake Country has been very solid here. And we have an injured player on the ground, number 14 for Pulaski, as Tyler Fisher was slow to get up, but he's back in the play. Now Pulaski with a little bit of space. Carrying it forward that time was Travis Eiler. He goes down but holds possession. Fake the kick, and they'll carry it forward. We did not see a lot of kicks from the field of play in the D1 game. Saw a little bit more than in D2. We'll see how the D3 teams want to play it. Madison Westside called for the knock-on. So we'll have a scrum here. And it will be put in by Pulaski. But Madison West, early in this game at least, not wanting to hit those wings. They are working it entirely in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I think it's looks to be their strength. But, making those tackles, as you're saying, you can tell when somebody wraps up, player will go down. If you just kind of don't wrap up and make it a solid tackle, then they can spin around and break free, and that kind of puts the rest of your team on the back foot.
Bind, we're reaching across and binding. Set, we come, our shoulders come together, okay? Our heads need to be in place, space between our shoulders, please.
Referee giving a little education to the teams out there, what he wants to see in this scrum.
Coach! Bind! Set!
Now we're ready to play it. Pulaski grabs that one cleanly. Another loose pass, but they managed to grab it, and they'll kick this one away. It's going to land near midfield. Nice mid-air grab by West, and it goes into touch. Dragged out of play are the Grays. The Joeys will throw this one in from the line out.
Great captain.
Yeah, their fullback is I guess you'd use the term diminutive, but he's got a lot of heart and catches the ball really well. He has a great sense of feel for playing fullback, which is like you're a free safety. And I kind of, I don't think that they should think that they can easily challenge him, because he seems to have a real good game sense.
So the referee indicating there that the line out is not going to be the call, rather that there was a player offsides. And so we will put the ball in play here near the 22-meter line of Pulaski.
Call was offside. Number 11 was ahead of the kicker. He never retreated. He was never put on side.
So an opportunity here for Madison West Side, a big offsides call. McGee will take this one, and he goes for a little pooch towards the corner, sends it into touch, and now we'll get the line out for Madison Lake Country. Big opportunity, very deep in the Joey's territory.
Really good idea. Don't try to pound it. You can get really close with a line out, and I think that it was a delayed call, I think, because the side judge saw that and pointed out to the referee. So,
given the hand, and the assistant referees used to just be called touch referees or touch judges. Now, though, they're able to assist with more calls, and they get the right one there. Loose ball, and it's taken by Pulaski. What a nice move forward by Devin Nguyen. Nguyen grabs that one right off the turf and sends it forward for the Joeys.
That was a great opportunity for West, but Pulaski took advantage.
And speaking of, another big kick from Pulaski. Good grab, though, by Guillermo Tellez. Tellez bounces off one tackler across the 10-meter line, holds the possession. And West will take the ball there. Continuing to move in the middle of the field. Just working on a power game. And just speaking of power, look at this, just dragging men with him as they work towards the 22-meter line of Pulaski. Now to McGee. Pitch it outside, give that one over to Cole Kleinhans. Further outside, and now they're on the wings, carried by Andres Villabolos. And Villalobos is dragged out of play. That will be a line out to be taken by the Pulaski Joeys.
Here's our mark, guys. Bring it in. Give me a step. How many? 4? We got 4. You either need to come in a little bit more.
Putting this one in for the Joeys is Devin Nguyen.
2.5. So step in, please.
Takes a low throw, just a quick play, but this time it's the Joeys that end up.
Great reaction by the West forwards to see it was a short throw, and they took advantage, and now they have the lineup.
Not fooled.
Yep.
Colin Breitenbach.
Time off. We got an injury back there. Gray.
Referee indicates an injury.
Line out.
Oh, we have a player on the far side of the field being tended to by the trainer.
Their line out here, not 5 on the throw.
So we're going to have another line out. This time it will be Madison Lake Country to put the ball in play. Taking the throw is Jake Stotts, Madison West Jr.
Time on.
Stotts calls for it, throws it up. It's tapped loose and grabbed cleanly by Madison West. Taking it to the ground is Eric Pies-Hondrick. And again, West driving through the middle. Evan Brandt getting some space. Continuing forward, this time John Moore.
Nice mauling by the West side.
That's a maul!
Referee calls for the maul. Everyone getting involved. Pulaski contributing quite a few more players than Madison. The ball on the ground.
Not playable. From here.
And we call this an unplayable ball.
Yep. They stopped him, and Pulaski gets the ball. So either West has to do something with it, or they lose possession.
The the Joeys will send this one in.
All right, guys.
Be Jet Barron.
Especially, all right? I still need to see that gap, and I need to see no pushing until that ball is in, please. Coach! Fine! Set!
The ball rolls in. The Joeys able to get it. Taken immediately down.
Stop pushing. You okay? All right. Flat, reset here. All right.
I'm not sure what he called there.
Nope, but it looks like we're going to do another.
Last warning. No early push. I need to see you guys, everybody supporting their weight before the ball comes in.
The referee obviously displeased with what he's seeing from these scrum groups, trying to get them to adjust their play a little bit. Barron rolls it in. Once again, it's taken by the Joeys. Flip back, and they'll go for the kick away from their own in goal. Loose on the ground. West picks it up. Knocked into touch. Taken out on that one was Andres Villalobos. And that will be a line out from it for Pulaski.
The ref is doing a really good job, I think, of explaining to them what he wants, so nobody gets hurt and the ball and they're not starting the scrum too fast.
Ball goes up, picked cleanly by the Joeys. Sent across. They move towards the middle. Big tackle is helicoptered down, and that might be high.
Yep. Inadvertent, but still high.
Yep. And oftentimes when you have a taller player taking on a shorter player.
Exactly.
That is liable to happen, and we're getting a yellow card being shown to number 16 of Madison. So that is Cole Kleinhans getting the yellow with 18-12 in the first.
Yeah, that's a tough break because he was trying to make a regular tackle, but because the player kind of ducked under, he slid over. It's still a penalty.
Ended up getting a high. Nice little run here from Madison.
Yeah, Tellez, I believe, is a wrestler.
Guillermo Tellez with the carry, and now breaking free on that one was Eric Pies-Hondrick. And yeah, definitely a lot of ex-wrestlers, ex-football players come out for rugby here in Wisconsin. You see that quite a bit, the conversion from those two sports. And it serves you well, I think. Both those sports can give you the skills you need. And here's McGee. What a run by McGee.
And a good
wrapped up. Yep. Looked a little high at times. It was 15 Noah Wirtz getting the legs on him. Madison, after a big gainer, going to continue to drive through the middle. That's their style. That's their game plan.
Back.
Now we have a touch and go for Pulaski, and Pulaski going to run with this ball. The captain, Eli Thiem, taken to the ground, but got a nice little bit of yardage there.
Yep, they're encroaching. Offsides.
Again, they touch and go. Thiem bowls across the 10-meter line. They hold possession and flick it out to the right side. Connor Arcand for the Joeys, taken to the ground. Head of steam coming towards midfield with the Joeys. That time it was Louis Nick holding that ball. Dodging a tackle there was Jet Barron, their number 9 man. And I believe Barron was hit up high, and again, tall player versus a short player, and I think we might get a second card. And indeed we will. A red card.
Wow.
Number 6, Joe Kane, is going to be sent off here with a red card with 16:30 in the first.
Great captain, please.
Let's listen into the referee.
All right, that's 2 high tackles in a row. One of them with extras that afterwards that got him carded already. That's entirely unacceptable. Talk to your team; they will keep coming. All right, the standard's not going to change just because 2 of you guys got carded already. Understand that? Talk to your team.
Now they're 2 men down.
13 on 15. Boy, that is a tall order. Madison will get one of those players back, that being Cole Kleinhans. They'll get him back with about 8 minutes left to play in this first half. Currently showing 16:30 on the clock. We have a stoppage for the red card, but they will not get Joe Kane back. The red card, he is sent off. His state championship day is done. So scoreless here in the first half of the first half, but big changes coming as the Joeys run across midfield after the penalty tap and go.
Possibly a little bit harsh, but because of the previous high tackle, yellow card, the referee felt he's got to get control of this. And
not willing to let those high tackles go. And yeah, it definitely didn't seem malicious to me on the second one, but it was a high tackle. Here's a nice move by Pulaski. Vincent Stracan. Stracan breaks into the open. He's into the in-goal area, touching it down. And it's a try for the Joeys. Vincent Stracan put Pulaski on the board first. It's 5-0 with 15:50 to play.
Yeah, certainly a nice break. And when you're playing down one player, it's hard enough. But with two, you're expecting people to cover a lot of areas, and there are just too many gaps.
You got a lot of ground that you need to fill up. Noah Wirtz will take the conversion attempt, number 15 for the Joeys. He's got a very nice look at it here. Solid positioning by Strachan on the try. 15-20 and counting. It's 5-0 Pulaski pending this conversion. Kick on the way. And it is good. Pulaski converts. They lead 7-0 here early in this D3 state championship game. Thanks so much for joining us here on OCA Media. Visit us on the web, OCAmedia.com. Check us out on YouTube, search OCA Media. And if you live in the Oregon area, Charter Cable Channel 983 is where you can find our sporting events, community events, board meetings, and all the other things that we cover here on Oregon Cable Access. So 7-0 Pulaski. If you're Madison, you've been having some success with this interior push.
Right.
Haven't gotten a score yet, but it's not like it's not been working. Do you think they change anything about their strategy? You think they keep fighting on?
I think that they would, if they can hold off until they get one of their players back, that's a tall order right there. But they just can't give up too many more scores for the rest of the half.
A spinning, spiraling kick. Two different players try it, but now the Joeys do have it. What a grab, and thrown down is Stephen Ulmer. Taken to the turf. But the Joeys retain possession. Defense of Madison, solid as it has been through much of this game. Actually pushed the Joeys back a bit. Good little feed to the outside for Travis Eiler. Eiler still on his feet. Now finally dragged down. And the Joeys, will try the wing. Slips past one, and now he's got a little room to run. Nice. What a tackle by Guillermo Tellez, the last man to beat, and he drops Brendan Willett. Now we get a whistle.
Playing the ball on the ground.
And so it's a tap and go from Madison. They drive across the 10-meter line of Pulaski.
Not 10.
Yep.
And
Referee cut him. Not 10 back.
Yep, another penalty.
Let him set up, no quick.
No quick plays, the referee says, so they'll take time and get established. We'll see what they want to do with this ball. Madison with a good opportunity here. Tap and go. Flip forward, they'll stay in the middle. Again, it's
Nice
John
tackle.
Moore. Over to McGee. Slips out of one tackle, and he's still got some room to run.
Yep.
Dodges another tackle, across the 22-meter. Flips it back, but it's lost and taken by Pulaski. Tried to do one thing too many there, unfortunately.
Exactly, trying to get a little fancy.
Pulaski not able to get far on that ball, but they do hold possession. Try it again. McGee just gets absolutely trucked from behind. I don't think he was expecting that, and he gets up looking a little worse for the wear.
Yeah, he's got to get across to help his mates out, too. So I think Pulaski would like to get this ball wide.
They sure would. 12:18 to go, about 4 minutes left on that yellow card penalty. Madison down 2 men right now after a yellow and a red card came in pretty rapid succession. Battling in the middle of the field, still held by the Joeys. Diving forward that time is the captain, Eli Thiem. And the Joeys will try a little wing play here. Got to gather that loose ball. Nguyen gets it and is ripped to the turf. Solid tackle by Patrick McGuire of Madison.
Tackle release, 5, thank you. Back.
Fair drive from Pulaski, and they're overloaded on that right side, but immediately struck and dropped. And now they're going to try a little free kick play. Tellez at midfield. He's got it. Here comes Guillermo. Slips out of one tackle. Struggles past another to the 10-meter line of Pulaski.
He's got very good hands for, it's kind of slick out there still, too, for that little bit of rain we had.
Not the easiest day to be catching a rugby ball, that's for sure. Madison, I think, trying to work on the clock a little bit. Now a nice little flip play, but they are dragged into touch by Pulaski, and we will get the line out.
Yeah, I would be thinking that Pulaski would want to swing the ball wide because West is down 2 players, and it's hard to cover the entire field. So I mean, they're playing right into West's hands by keep running up the middle and not flinging the ball out wider, because I think they've got a lot of space out there. So let's see what they do. They might start doing that.
On this line out, they could try and take advantage of that two-player advantage they have right now. They do manage to grab the line out ball, but then it ends up on the turf.
Before he came over.
And it's taken by Madison. So Madison able to recover the line out play, as pushing forward is Bert Gustafson. Gustafson to the ground, and Madison will put it back into play. Nyshawn McGee moving it across. This time finds David Gomez. Gomez with a little speed on the outside.
Nice.
Stutter step.
Nice.
Gomez, one man to beat. Runs into him and drives down to the 5-meter line.
Yep.
Ball loose on the ground.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hands in the ruck.
Quick touch. Running forward. That time it was number 9, Mark Pies-Hondrick. And Pies-Hondrick finds his way to the in goal. Down 2 players. Madison gets the score.
Outstanding. Way to just put the pedal to the metal and don't stop. And Pulaski was a little bit slow in reacting, and boom. So that's a really pretty, should be encouraging for the West side, because 2 players down, they came back and scored.
Got to be ready for that tap and go. And here, as we see on the replay, Pies-Hondrick fights through. We get a little bit of that scrum action. Signal from the referee, tap and go, and he just bowls his way forward. A very alert play from the Westside Lake Country player. Pies-Hondrick himself is a Madison West attendee, a senior, appearing in his final high school rugby game here. It will be Guillermo Tellez to attempt the conversion, a big, big kick, with Madison West trailing by only 2, but already having 1 player out with a red card. They need every point they can get. Trying to tie it up here is the former wrestler Tellez. The kick up, loses his footing a little bit, and it ends up wide right. Not a bad kick, considering that his plant foot slipped out from under him.
Not at all.
He actually got a lot of power on that kick, but pushed it just a bit wide right. So the conversion no good. Pulaski remains on top, leading 7-5 with 8:19 and counting to go in this first half.
Yeah, they should be feeling really good about this if they can just hold off Pulaski. That was set up by that center who ran around the end, and Pulaski didn't slide quickly enough, and it was a really well accomplished.
Somebody else did it right after you, all right? And especially if you do it and you're going to get called. Don't be thrown to the ground afterwards, all right? That's not legal anytime.
So the referee, quick discussion with Cole Kleinhans, who had the yellow card, has re-entered the game. So Madison West now down only 1 player as the free kick enters, and they grab it near their own 22-meter line. Dragged down quickly by Pulaski.
Hands out now!
Joey's trying to rip that ball free, can't do it in time. Madison takes it, and as they have done all game, continue to just drive right up the middle.
Yeah, they do really nice rucking here.
They feel like they're going to win on physicality, and so far, they've had some awfully good success with that. McGee to Kleinhans. Back in the game just recently. Flips to McGee, and now to the outside edge. Held up is number 19, David Gomez.
The tackler has to release him there. Yep. Penalty.
Referee calling for that.
Right.
And
once the referee calls tackle, you got to release.
Joey's unwilling to let go of the ball. They get called for the penalty. So we're going to switch things up. We're going to have Nyshawn McGee actually take this kick, and McGee is going to kick it away, send it into touch over here. Got a hold of that one, send it into the concessions area. And so it'll be a line out for Madison West with 6:30 and counting. They'll get a chance to send this one in play.
It is their ball. How many, Greg?
Taking the throw for Westside Lake Country is Jake Stotts. Going to have 4 men per line here. And they try the low throw again.
Yeah,
get a few meters as they drive
nice,
ahead.
nice job on the quick throw. If you can pull it off once or twice in the game, excellent for you. Nice.
Gustafson.
Nice ruck here.
Yep, just driving hard. Into the middle for McGee. Kleinhans digs around one man. Gets that pass out. Taken by Gomez. Gomez, little space on the left wing. A lot of lateral movement, not a ton of forward movement.
Coming in from the side.
Tap and go, and once again the tap and go, and it's the same man as Mark Pies-Hondrick. And he gains quite a significant chunk of yardage. McGee takes a big shot.
They're very game. West is really just playing as hard as they can. One man down.
Push it in hard. Referee calls tackle. Now driving again. Madison within just a meter or two of the goal line. McGee tries to get there. Ridden down, can't get clear. Madison setting up a little wedge here, trying to drive forward. There's McGee. McGee towards the end goal.
It's almost there.
Doesn't quite make it, but he's awfully close. West side in gray trying to dive forward. Still nothing there. Now they'll pick it up. They'll drive it in. And it's a try for Madison West Side Lake Country. We'll see who comes out of this thing.
It's hard to tell who got it.
Yeah, he's giving a big hand to Kleinhans. Happy with support from his teammate.
That was just a very gritty performance by the West Side.
Great job.
By keeping it, you know, I think spinning it once in a while isn't a bad idea because they have some very fast backs, but the just the ability to keep rucking up the middle, controlling the ball, not trying to do anything too fancy and losing possession.
And the scorer was number 7, John Moore, who put that try in. Moore from Pewaukee, a 9th grader, freshman. Standing up tall here in the state tournament, the D3 championship game. The kick on the way from Tellez, and that kick is good. Tellez converts and makes it 12-7. Madison West Side with a full 5-point lead over the Pulaski Joeys, and we have a solid game here in the D3 championship.
This is should be very encouraging for the West Side because being able to score twice, down with 2 and now 1 person for the rest of the game, that's quite an accomplishment.
2 very different philosophies of rugby here. Madison West Side, Lake Country, very much a straight-ahead power team. The Joeys a little more finesse, a little more speed on the outside edge, more their style. And we're seeing how those 2 things come into conflict here.
Didn't release the ball. That might hurt him.
Yep, and a tap and go here from the Joeys. And this is where they can be very dangerous. You get them a turnover deep in your own zone. We'll see what they do with it. Flick to the outside, trying to build up that speed. Get past one man. Kleinhans, though. A dangerous pass attempt.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fullback number 15 had a man on the outside. I thought he was going to pass it because he went inside and drew the outside attacker, and then he kept the ball. So the inside attacker coming in, boom. That should have been a score in the corner.
It very easily could have been. Didn't recognize the pass he had available. Leads to a knock-on, and so we'll get a scrum here to be put in by Westside Lake Country. It'll be Mark Pies-Hondrick to put that ball in for the team in gray. Tap, drop, the ball is in. Madison's got it. And they get it to McGee. McGee taking some speed. He's past him. McGee into the open field, across midfield.
Nice
what a tackle from behind.
Done.
Stephen Ulmer with the tackle. Pies-Hondrick with the ball. Drives forward a few meters. Loose ball picked up that time by John Moore, who just had the most recent try. Madison still pushing ahead. 90 seconds to play in this half. They lead 12-7 over Pulaski in this D3 state championship game. We got a man losing a jersey there. Ball loose on the ground, and we're going to get a whistle. And it's a knock-on against Madison. That'll be a scrum to Pulaski.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive what West is doing, and of course Pulaski isn't going to. They're not giving anything up either.
And you see the replay there, the tackle made by Ulmer against McGee. That was a try-saving tackle if ever I've seen one, and a smaller guy against a much bigger guy. Great job by Ulmer to get that stop. It'll be Jet Barron to put this ball in. Grabbed by the Joeys.
There was a knock right there.
And the kick attempt is blocked, picked up by the Joeys, and immediately dropped down near the 22-meter line. Ball still loose on the ground. Neither team has possession. And it's going to be a knock-on against Pulaski. So 30 seconds to go. We'll set up one final scrum here before we go into the end of the half. Madison West currently enjoying a 12-7 lead over the Pulaski Joeys in the first half of this D3 state championship game.
Coach! Fine! Set!
The scrum gets underway.
You guys want to push again. Early push. Back free kick.
Get an early push, and it's a free kick for Madison West. Big opportunity here at the end of the game.
I would
at the end of the half.
I would almost have their kicker try for a penalty. He seems to have a pretty good toe.
He does have a good leg, and we'll see what they want to do with it. They're going to tap and go and just try and run it forward. Right into the teeth
Nice
of the
tackling by Pulaski.
Joeys. A great tag team tackle. Kleinhaus drops that ball. It's still loose on the ground. And it's knocked on, so that will end this first half. An exciting half of rugby here at the D3 State Championship. This is the final rugby game in the state of Wisconsin for this season at the high school level. And so as we head to the half mark, two good teams with two very different styles playing some great rugby.
They're playing very well, and especially West, you got to give them a hand for being short. But by the same token, Pulaski's not giving anything up. I mean, I think a few, it's hard to second guess, about positioning and passing and things like that because it's on the fly. But I really thought they should have taken more advantage of having that two-person overload. I mean, to create an overload with extra people, but they're still playing hard. I mean, they've got really good athletes, and they could go the distance from almost anywhere.
You got to give Westside a ton of credit, too. Down 2 men, and they get a score, which is no easy task. They get a subsequent score down 1 man, and they're able to take the lead 12-7. We have another half of rugby coming up. We're going to take a short break and be back. Stay tuned to OCAmedia's coverage of Wisconsin High School State Championship Rugby.
This presentation is made possible with the generous support of our sponsors. Becker Law Offices. Social Security appeals are all we do. Call us today for a free consultation. Sunbelt Rentals. Wishing all Wisconsin high school rugby players the best of luck in today's big games. Grambling Incorporated. Founder of Marquette High School Rugby Club and proud supporter of youth rugby since 1996. Hinckley Productions, bringing their A game since 2008, providing quality commercial video production and helping to make today's live streaming possible. Wisconsin Rugby Club is proud to support the high school programs in our state and the future of rugby in our community and beyond. Good luck to all the athletes today.
Whether you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Sunbelt Rentals is committed to making it easy to get the tools and equipment you need. With a vast network of locations across the U.S. and Canada, no one brings more yes to your project. Our broad inventory and dedicated team of experts makes equipment rental absolutely available, positively reliable, and unquestionably easy. Visit sunbeltrentals.com to reserve your equipment or find a location near you.
Your Social Security disability benefits have been denied.
You're upset, and maybe you're scared.
You need to appeal and get those monthly checks, but you've never done anything like this before.
It might be your first time, but not ours.
The Becker Law Office has helped over 10,000 people in Wisconsin appeal for disability benefits.
Disability law is all we do.
Call 1-800-254-7766, the Becker Law Office.
This presentation is made possible with the generous support of our sponsors. Becker Law Offices. Social Security appeals are all we do. Call us today for a free consultation. Sunbelt Rentals. Future of rugby in our community and
issued to Joe Kane, number 6. So Madison gonna have to play short for the entirety of this second half. They have that 5-point lead. They'll try and preserve that and win the D3 state championship here.
Well, we'll see if they got the gas for it.
We'll see what happens. We are underway.
Cannot let that ball drop.
And a hard run in there. That was
slick out
yeah,
there
number 14, Joe Harris, kind of led with his face as he lost his cleats going to the turf, but he gets up and looks okay. Madison still controlling. Madison in the gray jerseys, moving right to left, and Pulaski comes up with the ball. Squirting out was Devin Nguyen. Nguyen dragging players with him, going into the red zone. Nguyen down here on the near right side as the Joey's trying to get it loose, and I believe that ball may have been stolen away by Madison. Yep. Joey's recover and continue to hold. They're within striking distance here with not even a minute gone.
Yeah, they counter-rucked very well, and West did not ruck far enough past the ball. You really have to, that's a thing for young players to learn, is being able to, don't just stop where the ball is, go past it.
Ulmer picks that ball up, runs towards the end in goal, nice and score. It's Ulmer, Stephen Ulmer, getting the score. Number 6, the one of the littler guys out on the field, but he had that huge tackle earlier in the first half against Nyshawn McGee. He gets the try here with about 28:55 on the clock at the time he scored. So Stephen Ulmer ties us up at 12, but there is a conversion pending. Pulaski can take the lead if Noah Wirtz is able to bang this one through. He's got a relatively short kick.
The other teams is our Cup division, which are the D1 teams joined in, and the winners for that are the Middleton Area Rugby Club.
Middleton Area Rugby Club winning, as you hear the announcement there. Wirtz ready to deliver the boot. The kick on the way, and that kick is good.
Yep.
Wirtz converts, and so a missed conversion. The only difference in this game, it's Pulaski 14, Madison West Lakeside 12 here in the D3 state championship. Pulaski capitalizing there on a turnover.
They took a page out of the West playbook and just rucked and balled, and mainly rucking 3 or 4 times in a row. And same with West. They were not defending. They weren't prepared for that.
Able to grind that one out.
Yep.
And now West has to kick it away. That's what Mike Tyson used to say. Everyone has a game plan until they get punched in the mouth. And
exactly.
Pulaski comes out and delivers a serious body blow here to start this second half off. And that ball might be grabbed by McGee. Nearly gets it, but it's off his fingers. Pulaski does come up with it. Boy, if McGee catches that cleanly, I think he's still running at this point.
He could have been gone, yeah. That's
loose ball, though, from Pulaski. West picks it up, and it's a knock-on against Pulaski. So we will get the scrum here, and that will favor Madison West Lakeside.
I guess he's calling the knock on
Well,
West.
actually, yeah, it does look like we're getting the knock against West. So forgive me, had that wrong.
Wasn't sure how that happened, but
and unfortunately, we have lost the referee, Mike. So we won't have that available for you. 26:44 to play. Pulaski hanging on to that 2-point lead, up 14-12.
Michael Radican.
Jet Barron getting ready to put this ball in.
Cortez Locatine.
Get a whistle,
Devin Jackson.
and the signal is toward Madison West.
Andrew Galvin.
So West gets the penalty.
Weston Rude.
It's going to be a tap and go for Madison.
Timmy.
Madison puts the ball in play. They're up towards the 22-meter line of Pulaski. Trying to drive forward. Solid tackle from Pulaski. Keeps them from getting any positive gains. They do still hold the ball, though, to McGee in the middle of the field. McGee, little shake, little bake, and moves into the red zone. McGee still on his feet, dragging the seems like half the Joey's squad with him. McGee still on his feet. We're into a ball situation as they continue to push forward. Now driven back by the Joeys. A nice job to keep them from getting what they wanted, but now here's John Moore. He's got one try already. Moore trying to fight his way through, taken to the ground within a couple meters of the end goal. Loose ball, dragged forward again by Madison, and they'll try and set up here once more. Picked up, and the Pulaski Joeys stole it away.
I'm not sure if they got it back or not.
And we get a whistle here.
Either 22 dropout or a 5-meter scrum. I'm not sure what the call is going to be.
Looks like we're going to scrum it out at 5 meters. So with 25 minutes to play, Pulaski up 14-12 here in the D3 State Championship. Thanks so much for tuning into OCAmedia. Visit us on the web, OCAmedia.com. Check us out on Charter Cable Channel 983 or on YouTube. Search OCAmedia. Scrum coming up. It'll be put in by Madison West within 5 meters of another try. Mark Pies-Hondrick will roll this one into the tunnel. Tap, drop, the ball's in. Pies-Hondrick's got it, and he is immediately taken down by Connor Arkand of the Joeys. Madison, though, it's John Moore driving forward. He's pushed ahead by the efforts of P.J. Cullen.
Tough player.
And we get a high tackle call. That will be a penalty. They give it to Kleinhaus. Kleinhaus drives to the end goal, and he's in. Cole Kleinhaus with his second score of the game. Call it 24-10 in the second. He had a yellow card. He's more than made up for it with 2 tries already today.
You could see he would not be denied on that one.
I take it back. That is his first try of the day. I couldn't read my own writing on that, but it does mean that Madison West is up by 3, 17-14. They've got a chance to go up 5 with Guillermo Tellez coming on, and he has a very nice position from which to deliver this conversion attempt.
Yeah, West bounced back pretty well from that score by Pulaski. And they didn't seem phased at all when they lost the ball. They won it back. And it looked like Pulaski had dodged a bullet because they were able to, I thought, get the ball back.
And Tellez
West won the scrum.
Yep. And Tellez's chip shot conversion is good. Madison West back on top, 19-14, but that misconversion looming large here in this game. A very tight game between 2 well-matched teams. And just to reiterate it, because I think it's very important to keep an eye on, Madison West is down a player. They will play. They've been playing down since 15 minutes into this game, and they will play down a man throughout the remainder of it. Nonetheless, they're on top, 19-14. We do have the referee mic back, which is great. And as we get the free kick to start play, works its way towards Tellez. Tellez got some speed, crosses the 22-meter line, bounces off one tackle, slips through another, continues forward.
He's a tough kid.
And holds possession, a very talented rugby player. And yeah, I think we often think of rugby players as needing to be big and strong. Tellez, definitely strong, a smaller guy, but using that frame to his advantage. West now using their big, strong guys to drive forward. I believe they've lost the ball, though, to Pulaski, and it is the Joeys that come up with things. Move it to the outside. That time it's Stephen Ulmer diving forward. Ulmer to the ground. And the Joeys put things back into play. Wing it all the way outside. Now they're going to try and take advantage of their speed on the outer edge. Can't do it. A nice tackle.
They really need to get the ball on the outside because West is down a guy. I mean, that you really have to take advantage of that because West will grind you out. They've shown they can do it, and they've already done it the first half and certainly in the second.
Back towards the middle of the field. Ulmer gets across the 22-meter line and into the red zone. Nice tackle by Madison West there, but getting right back up and driving forward is the captain, Eli Thiem. Thiem finally knocked to the turf.
Yeah, I think that inadvertent high tackle.
No advantage here. Offside.
Well, I thought he was going to call the high tackle, but
hey.
I think he had his choice of what he was going to call.
Offsides is the call against the Joeys, so they'll have the option of how they want to handle this one. We're going to give it over to...
No, it's over there. I'm just backing out of the way. Yeah.
It's going to be Jet Barron. Barron elects to give this one off to Louis Nick. Nick crashing
Nice tackles.
forward. Good tackles, but good gain of field position. There's another nice stick from Madison West. Trying to keep the Joeys from getting closer to that in-goal area. Leave this one over for Travis Eiler. Eiler towards the in-goal line. Can't quite get there, but they are knocking on the door. The ball is loose still, but now it does come to the Joeys. Joeys feed it over, try and dig their way in. Still don't have it. And it's a try for the Joeys. Just fighting, and they take a page, like you said a little bit earlier, out of the Madison West playbook. And the Joeys able to just grind a try out. They tie the game at 19, and they've got a conversion chance coming. Try and get you the number. I believe it's number 5, Connor Arcand, that ended up getting that try.
Just good, solid play by Pulaski. Just pounding away and good handling, ball exchange, no mistakes. But I don't think this is going to be the end of the scoring, though, Zach.
No, I have to agree. 1938 and counting, I don't think we're anywhere near done. We're tied at 19. Connor Wirtz on to attempt the conversion. The kick is good, and Wirtz puts his team back on top. It's 21-19 Joeys, leading by 2 with 19:20 to go here in the second half.
Well, I think at this point, only 10 minutes gone in the second half, but I don't see any real sense of despair on West Side. I think that we're going to see a lot more splendid play.
They know that
20 minutes.
They know they can get right back in this one, only down 2. Any score will, put them back in the lead. Mark Pies-Hondrick will deliver this kick for them. Sends a spinning ball, and that ball loose. A chance for Madison to grab it. They got it. And in touch. And I thought those feet came over the edge.
Yeah.
The feet of number 14, Joe Harris, the assistant referee here on the near side, makes the call. And now we have a knock-on call, actually, prior to the ball going into touch. So knock-on against Madison West will put it in with a scrum instead of a line-out.
I think they were almost surprised that they were able to get close to the ball because for some reason Pulaski wasn't reacting as fast as they do normally.
No, it looked like number 3, Devin Nguyen, kind of misread that one off the foot and had more ground to cover than he realized. So we will get ready for the scrum here. It will be put in by Pulaski. Assistant referee marching them off, making sure everyone's in position.
What's even more impressive is that, of course, the forwards are playing short, a weak side wing forward. And they're still doing well with the scrums.
Pulaski not able to grab the ball cleanly. Now they do have it. Ulmer flips to the outside, and now Pulaski looking to get a little run on. Nowhere to go for Vincent Strachan. Strachan had the first try of the game for Pulaski. Now Pulaski trying that outside edge, just like you'd said you were looking for them to do. Good tackling continues from Madison West.
Relentless pursuit by the West forwards coming all the way across the field.
They do hold them at about the 10-meter line. Stop that attempted push. 17:47 to go in this game. It's a 2-point lead for Pulaski. Running into each other are the Joeys, but driving ahead is Devin Nguyen, a powerhouse, getting some positive yardage on that run. Carrying this one forward, Connor Arcand had the most recent try for the Joeys.
Nice counter ruck there.
Arcand trying to hand it back, nearly lost it. Ulmer now gets around one man,
Quick.
gets around another. He's got an open space.
Oh.
What a tackle.
Nice tackle.
Just in time by number 19, David Gomez, and Gomez is down. I'm sorry, that's Tellez. That's Guillermo Tellez, number 15, not number 19, and he is down. Trainer immediately comes on, and it looked like he maybe caught a knee or a hip, potentially to the head, as he was going down trying to make that tackle.
Well, he sells out when he makes those tackles.
He does. He goes hard, an aggressive, very talented player. We've called his number on quite a few times in this broadcast. And we'll let the trainer attend to him. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to OCAmedia's coverage of the Wisconsin State Rugby Championships.
This presentation is made possible with the generous support of our sponsors. Becker Law Offices. Social Security appeals are all we do. Call us today for a free consultation. Sunbelt Rentals. Wishing all Wisconsin high school rugby players the best of luck in today's big games. Grambling Incorporated. Founder of Marquette High School Rugby Club and proud supporter of youth rugby since 1996. Hinckley Productions, bringing their A game since 2008. Providing quality commercial video production and helping to make today's live streaming possible. Wisconsin Rugby Club is proud to support the high school programs in our state and the future of rugby in our community and beyond. Good luck to all the athletes today.
Whether you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Sunbelt Rentals is committed to making it easy to get the tools and equipment you need. With a vast network of locations across the U.S. and Canada, no one brings more yes to your project. Our broad inventory and dedicated team of experts makes equipment rental absolutely available, positively reliable, and unquestionably easy. Visit sunbeltrentals.com to reserve your equipment or find a location near you.
Your Social Security disability benefits have been denied.
You're upset, and maybe you're scared.
You need to appeal and get those monthly checks, but you've never done anything like this before.
It might be your first time, but not ours.
The Becker Law Office has helped over 10,000 people in Wisconsin appeal for disability benefits.
Disability law is all we do.
Call 1-800-254-7766, the Becker Law Office.
Yeah, and as we see Guillermo Tellez walking off under his own power, which is great to see. Concern might be for a concussion or something of that sort. And so he'll be tended to and his day almost certainly done. What a productive day it was. He's been a huge part of their effort, and it hurts to lose him, especially they're playing down a man. You hate to lose someone that's as big a contributor as Guillermo Tellez. With that in mind, though, it's got to be a next man up philosophy. You're going to lose players in rugby, whether to penalty or to injury.
Right.
And so Pulaski will start with this ball when we restart. We have 16 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. The Joeys up 21-19 over Madison West Lake Country.
And I'm not sure how much this will figure into the rest of the game, but Tellez was also their kicker.
Yep.
So
you hope
do
you
they have somebody else with a toe?
And that single conversion is the difference in this game. So to lose that as well, tough times here for the West Side Lake Country group.
Yeah,
it looks like we potentially had another injury there. Yeah, and walking around a bit gingerly is number 8, Eric Pais-Hondrick. But it looks like he's going to stay in the game, and we are ready to play. Entering, I believe, to replace Guillermo Tellez is number 20, Tyrone Janoska, on the far side here. Pulaski will put this ball in for the scrum. So we're going to set that back up. I think it over-rotated before anyone got a hold of that ball.
Pushing straight ahead. All right? No push until that ball comes in, please.
So we'll do it again here. Another scrum to be put in play by the Joeys. 16 minutes even to play in this game. That time the ball does come back. Pulaski whips it towards the backside. Bobbled ball, but held and taken ahead by Brendan Willett. Joey's trying to push forward. And now the whistle.
Oh, we played it back.
Yep.
I was kind of surprised that West was not counter-rucking because there was really no one there for Pulaski, and the ball was still available. So that's a little, nuance that a lot of younger players takes them a while to pick up on that. But it was a prime moment for them. They got lucky that they were able to get a penalty on that.
Loose ball taken by Madison. They get across their own 10-meter line. It's Evan Brandt carrying that one forward before he's taken down. Trying to drag this one ahead is Eric Pijs-Hondrik. He gets knocked down once again. And Madison just continuing their 3 meters in a cloud of dust kind of strategy. Now we do get a whistle.
Side and down, okay? Side and across.
Yeah, that'll kill you.
Side entry, and it's a tap and go. And now Pulaski going to try and use a little bit of speed.
When they've got that, the momentum, a penalty like that just takes the air out of your balloon right there.
It absolutely does, but a loose ball picked up by Nyshan McGee. McGee just going everywhere with this thing, trying to find a way to pass it, eventually taken to the ground, but he does hold possession. Madison across midfield, driving ahead.
Nice rucking, nice rucking.
The West Side team able to push it forward, 14:27 to play. Ball still in control of Madison Lake Country.
Another tough run by number 22.
Yep, that is Connor Smith. Smith to the ground now, and they'll try and pick that ball up once again. They go to McGee on the outside. McGee.
If he can ever get loose, he does have wheels.
Pitches it to the far corner. Nice little move inside, but a great tackle from the Joeys. Had an opportunity. Here goes McGee again.
That was almost a high tackle, but
McGee
runs really hard.
Number 20, Chad Walk getting him.
Yep.
And so we do have a penalty here. That will go against Pulaski. Big opportunity for Madison. Pijs-Hondrik takes it himself. Gets it over to McGee on the right wing. Slips past one tackle. Into the red zone. McGee still running toward the in-touch line. He's able to get down in bounds. And Madison West just pulverizing forward as they've done all game.
Yep, more again. And that McGee has a great little sidestep that confuses the tackler, and he's able to use that to his advantage and spin through. So if they can keep their hands on the ball, they've got some good chances.
Kleinhans with a nice pass. They've got a man open on the outside if they can get the ball free. Not able to do it, but now driving in is David Gomez. Ball still on the ground. Now they pick it up. Go forward just another meter. Trying to push into that 5-meter zone now. Getting close to the in-touch line. Around the corner. Driving toward the try. And it is a try. It's Pulaski with the score. And who else? It's John Moore with his second of the day. 12:42 showing on the clock at present. It's 24-21 Madison West. And they'll have a decent shot at this conversion in terms of the positioning of the ball. The question is, who will take it for these West Lake Country players?
Yeah, another gritty series of rucks and mauls with West forwards. Outstanding, really good work. And Pulaski didn't just fold; they're defending very well. But just the ability for West to not let anything bother them, it's very impressive.
It'll be Nyshan McGee to take this one. His first kick of the game, and it couldn't be more important. He's going to lay this ball almost flat on the tee there. A relatively short kick, but we'll see what he can do with it. Good speed running up. The pop. And the score. It sneaks inside of that right post. That was.
Yeah.
I was holding my breath on that one.
Jeez.
What a kick.
That was amazing.
What a kick from Nyshan McGee. The straight ahead play.
Straight line.
Yep. Just laser beams it inside of that post. And
couldn't have put a postcard in between the upright and the ball when it went through.
Not a lot of extra space, but the key is now Madison up 5, so a try does not automatically put Pulaski on top. They need to convert if they can get another score here. 11:06 to play in this D3 championship. Madison West on top. Received the initial kick. Trying to turn around the corner that time was Evan Brandt. Dragged to the ground.
Yeah. Seems we're in for a good finish, Zach.
Oh, yeah. We've got a barn burner here. Brandt again driven back. Tight on the near side. West trying to find their way through, and now they get a nice clear ball. Thought about it, instead give to Klein Hans. Doesn't want the kick, and he sends it over to Gomez. David Gomez, one man to beat to get out to the edge. Cuts back inside. Wheeled down to the ground, though. A nice tackle from the Joeys. West retains possession. Digging forward is Brandt once again. Towards the 10-meter line. To the ground. Picked up and taken across before being driven back. The loose ball, though, picked up cleanly, that time by Eric Pies-Hondrick.
Pulaski's defense is outstanding as well.
They're playing very good. They're matching up well on this kind of bruising offense that West is running. West still hanging on to that ball. Now they cut it to the middle for McGee. Kleinhans. Kleinhans, you can tell, an aggressive kind of runner, a guy that wants to initiate contact, and here he is just driving his way forward. Now we get a whistle.
No advantage. Purple 20, you have to be on your feet to make a tackle.
And we've got a play from the ground. The call goes against number 20, Chad Walk of the Joeys. And so Mark Pies-Hondrick will likely take the tap and go here. 9:33 to play. 26-21, the lead for Madison West. He's going to try and kick this one.
No, it didn't make touch.
Didn't get it into touch, and
it's an error.
Grabbed by the Joeys.
That's an error.
The Joeys able to get across their 10-meter line before Tyler Fisher is brought down.
You want to keep possession when you're a man down, and I was with you. I thought they were just going to do a tap and run again. Well, that's been very successful for them. If they don't think they can make touch, then they should do the tap and go.
Let's go! Out 22, thank you.
Joe's on the far side.
Nice
oh, what a tackle. A great tackle.
Offside.
And an offsides call.
Maybe that's why it's such a good tackle.
Perhaps so, as he was in offsides position. Off that play, the Joeys are now into midfield.
Yeah, they're determined as well. This is going to be a great finish.
Two good teams just battling to try and get the D3 state championship.
Almost a good steal by Kleinhans.
Yep. That ball on the ground, it's Barron that was taken down. Picked up and driven forward by Devin Nguyen toward the 10-meter line of Madison West. 8:22 to play in this game. The Joeys trail by 5. Toward the outside, cut it back in, and at the 10-meter line, down goes Eli Thiem, the captain of Pulaski. To the middle this time for Louis Neck.
Nice break.
Nick dropped down, got about 5 meters on that push. Thinking about the outside. Try to cut back in. There's Nyshan McGee. McGee's got his man, and he's going to work him back as far as he can. McGee takes him almost all the way back to the 10-meter line. But now here's Nguyen. Nguyen bottled up. Both of these teams have really stalwart defenses. But now we've got a little open space for the Joeys here. There's a nice give and go. And it's Travis Eiler. Eiler with some speed, tackled from behind. The pitch ends up a little bit loose. Still held by Pulaski. 7:28 to play in this D3 state championship game. Pulaski trailing by 5. Pick up the ball, run a little bit forward, immediately knocked to the ground by West.
West was offside.
They have to get back on, driving forward that time are the Joeys. They're getting awfully close here. Try to go to the outside. Feed that one to Stephen Ulmer.
Nice tackle on the outside. But
they're into the red zone.
They've got the penalty for offside. I think some of the West players are finally starting to gas a little bit.
Now we do get a whistle.
A couple players hands on knees, and they've got 6 minutes left to go in the game.
Time off. Trade captain 21, please.
Oh, we might have a card coming up here against Madison West. Let's see.
I think they had 3 offside calls in a row.
All right, listen. This is your last penalty, okay? You're offside multiple times. There you came in from the side, okay? Or no, the high tackle, all right? It needs to be done. I've had too many with you in it. The next one you're going to get, it's hard, okay? I need you to get onside. I need you to come in low, please. Thank you.
So that's P.J. Cullen being counseled by the referee there.
Time on.
The penalty for the Joeys, a huge opportunity here. Tap, go. They give it to 21.
Ooh, nice tackle there by 22.
And he is dropped exactly. 22 Connor Smith of Madison West gets the tackle. The Joeys again knocked back, losing yardage on that play. 5:52 to go.
That was deemed, I think, a high tackle because the player went low and the tackler did not adjust. So they're looking at another penalty.
To the outside, yep, and we do have advantage being played here. We'll see what the referee wants to signal on that. Still trying to go forward, taking down that time Louis Nick.
Terrific defense by West as well, but you know they're going to give up. He still got the penalty called.
And running towards the end zone. And we have a try for Pulaski. The referee asked the assistant referee just to make sure. I am not sure exactly who got that. It's number 8, Travis Eiler. Eiler of the Joeys, with about 5:15 to play, ties this game at 26, and the all-important conversion attempt is coming.
That's going to be a heck of a kick from the corner.
A long way out.
And Pulaski did what they needed to do and take advantage of the extra man and the fact that they've been playing short for more than half of the game. And they're going to lose some of the power in their wheels, the West guys. So this will be interesting if the game ends up in a tie. I'm not sure exactly what the rules are on this, whether they play overtime or it's just a tie. I don't know.
I think in the state championship we'd go to overtime, but we'll get those rules if it should come to it. Boy, a tough conversion attempt here, but if he can make this,
wow,
he will be the hero. Noah Wirtz on to try it.
Heck of a kick.
4:15 to go in this game. Here it comes. I don't think it's long enough, and it is a little bit wide to the right as well. He kicked a good ball there. That was not a bad attempt,
no, not
but
at all.
It does not come over the crossbar. And so with 3:55 to play in this game, we are all square at 26. Two powerhouse D3 teams contesting this state championship. Pulaski will get the ball on the kick.
Well, I got to say, out of all the 3 games played here today, this is the most satisfying one because it's, not a huge gap toward the end of the game.
The other 2 were blowouts, to be sure. This one, though, doesn't get any tighter. And so, Madison West will kick this one off. Mark Pies-Hondrick drops and goes. That saves spiraling motion on the kick. Grabbed cleanly, though, by the Joeys. Toward the middle of the field. Evade a couple of tacklers, evade a couple more. Taken down and right back on his feet near the 10-meter line. Then finally driven down.
Yep.
They've overloaded that left side, but so has Madison West, and now we get a whistle.
Oh, forward pass.
And a forward pass is the call. And
wow.
Hear a few boo birds down here from the Pulaski fans, I think. But the referee right in line there, he makes the call instantly.
This kind of has the feel that whoever makes the next dynamic move or the first mistake is going to really, is going to tell the tale at the end.
2:30 to play.
Yeah, because they've both been playing so well. So we'll see what happens.
Mark Pies-Hondrick will put this one into the scrum for Madison West. And here we go. Ball's in the tunnel. Nice clean kick from Madison West. Pies-Hondrick taken down. What a drop by Jet Barron. And that ball squirts free. It's the Joeys that come up with it. Good tackle, good advancement by Madison West, but the Joeys do have possession of that ball. Diving forward again.
And because they don't have that other side wing forward, the scrum half for West has really got to go to the other side. He can't, he can't hang on that side because the opposing scrum half has a straight shot at him. There's no one to kind of stick their butt out of the side to prevent him from coming around the scrum.
Big jobs by Madison West here as McGee gets another hit, not allowing the Joeys to get much of a gain in yardage. Minute 30 left to play in this game as we are tied up at 26. On the ground again, and now we are going to get a whistle.
You okay? Take a knee.
Oh, we got a guy who may have got the wind knocked out of him, and that's number 10, Gavin DeClean. And DeClean, I think, may have It may have been a win knocked out kind of situation. That's how you often look there.
It was hard to tell. It could have been two inadvertent knocked heads. I think he might have even bumped heads with one of his own guys trying to support.
Trying to get to his feet here. Coach in to take a look at him.
Yeah, I think it's that concussion protocol.
Yep, and so DeClean looks like he's going to play through.
Purple here, restarting from the injury.
So we will put things in. It'll be a scrum in favor of Pulaski, minute 14 and counting in this incredibly exciting D3 state championship game.
This is just a great game. These kids should be very proud of how hard they're playing.
It's what you want to see when you see a state championship, that's for sure.
Come up, come up, come up, come up, guys. There's no gap there. There's no gap there.
The referee has continuously been disappointed with the scrum formation and just cannot get these packs to understand what he wants here.
But I do love the fact that the referee can talk to him and they'll listen to him. And they seem this is still a learning experience for a lot of these guys.
Absolutely. The ball rolls in. Joey's trying to come up with it.
No more push. That's it. Thank you.
And it is the Joeys that do retain possession. Trying to get some speed. It's Kleinhans, though, that will not let Brendan Willett get by. Willett, though, just dragging people with him, getting those last few meters.
They're still gung-ho. They're still playing really hard.
And now some space for Ulmer. Steven Ulmer slips by. Ulmer, 10-meter line. One man to beat, it's Gomez. Ulmer to the 22-meter line. Gomez grabs the jersey to hold him out of the try.
A hell of a tackle.
1 second on the clock. We are out of time. As soon as possession changes, we will stop this game. It's tied at 26. The clock reads 0. The last chance for the Joeys. Fakes the kick, now to the outside. He's got a chance, he's around the defense. Gomez not gonna be able to stop him with no time on the clock. It's number 20, Chad Walk, that wins the game for the Pulaski Joeys.
Amazing play by Pulaski. They took advantage of that, again, overlap in the backs, and one man down. So no, West should still be very proud.
Oh my goodness, what a conclusion. No time on the clock, and the Joeys get Chad Walk to the outside to get the try and get the score.
Wow, fantastic game.
And there are your D3 state champions, the Pulaski Joeys. They matched their D1 counterparts on the Pulaski Roos, and boy, it's all smiles on the Pulaski side. They've got some serious hardware to take home. But exactly as you said, Madison West has been playing down a man for 45 minutes of this game. They were down 2 men for 10 minutes in the first half, and it came down literally to the last second of the game.
I was pretty amazed that they held on that short for so long, but this game easily could have gone either way. It could have been West with the breakaway because they've got a couple runners who can do that. And it's just, again, who was going to make the last big play?
And in this case, it is Chad Walk, number 20 of the Pulaski Joeys, that is able to get that final score, the handshake line, as these teams congratulate each other. Definitely the best game of the day that we saw in terms of the contest between the two. An outstanding way to finish out the Wisconsin State High School Rugby Championships. We're going to take a short break. Yeah, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the presentation of the awards. Stay tuned here to OCAmedia. You're watching our presentation of the Wisconsin State Rugby Championships.
This presentation is made possible with the generous support of our sponsors. Becker Law Offices. Social Security appeals are all we do. Call us today for a free consultation. Sunbelt Rentals. Wishing all Wisconsin high school rugby players the best of luck in today's big games. Grambling Incorporated. Founder of Marquette High School Rugby Club and proud supporter of youth rugby since 1996. Hinckley Productions, bringing their A game since 2008. Providing quality commercial video production, in helping to make today's live streaming possible. Wisconsin Rugby Club is proud to support the high school programs in our state and the future of rugby in our community and beyond. Good luck to all the athletes today.
Whether you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Sunbelt Rentals is committed to making it easy to get the tools and equipment you need. With a vast network of locations across the U.S. and Canada, no one brings more yes to your project. Our broad inventory and dedicated team of experts makes equipment rental absolutely available, positively reliable, and unquestionably easy. Visit sunbeltrentals.com to reserve your equipment or find a location near you.
Your Social Security disability benefits have been denied.
You're upset, and maybe you're scared.
You need to appeal and get those monthly checks, but you've never done anything like this before.
It might be your first time, but not ours.
The Becker Law Office has helped over 10,000 people in Wisconsin appeal for disability benefits.
Disability law is all we do.
Call 1-800-254-7766, the Becker Law Office.
It's before we get to the presentation of the awards, and boy, this was a game filled with highlights. Here early in the first, McGee taking the ball on a great run through the middle, nearly dragged down, just refuses to go down, and that was the story of this day for both teams. Both teams just battling hard, a lot of good physical play from both of these teams. The first score for the Joeys, thanks to an incredibly solid run, that time by Pulaski. Quick return score coming from the Madison Lakeside team. Madison West and Lakeside, Lake Country, excuse me, Madison West Side and Lake Country forming a co-op team here. Diving back towards the end zone once again. The in goal, I apologize. And it was a one conversion difference that was the only edge in this game for Pulaski. They get that one down there, and so they tie it up 26-26, but you could see what a far side it was. And then here, with no time on the clock, Chad Walk is able to get it all the way to the end and get the score. Let's go down now to the PA announcer for the presentation of the awards.
All right, what a great game for these two teams. Right up to the end. First thing we'd like to do is recognize our men of the match. For Pulaski, number 9, Jeff Barron. And for West Side, Nashawn McGee. All right, we're going to start over with West Side. All right, let's do this. By the way, congratulations. What? I'm good. Okay. Nice and McGee. David Gomez. Evan Brandt. Cole Kleinheim. Mark Pace Hendrick. John Moore. Where's my Joe? Joe Kane. Patrick Burke. Eric Pace Hendrick. Patrick McGuire. Jake Stett. Patrick Cullen. Joe Harris. Ty Janowska. Andy Villalobos. Barrett Gustafson. Connor Smith. And Guillermo Tillis. We actually have two clubs here as well. Lake Country's represented as well as Madison Westside in it. So, congratulations, boys. Brandon, I'm just going to turn the mic over to you, man.
Before we go down, it's been 20 years, and this is the last time I'm going to be able to do this for a team. I've had a team on my team ever since I started coaching. Woo! Yeah.
Travis Eiler. Brendan Willett. Andy Eliason. Dick Scott, Gavin McLean. Jiggly John, John Brzezinski. Dale Shimmick. Chad Wolf, Connor Arcan, Vinny Strachan, Tyler Fisher, Colin Breitenbach, Louis Dew, Scuba Steve Ulmer, Noah Word, Logan Roberts, Big John Pasek, Plato, Nathan Plato, Jet Barron, Nathan Marcel, Devlin Noyen, Griffin Lasecki, Caleb App, Louis Nate, Logan Noyen, that big fella. Thank you, Madison Westside. Great game.
One thing I'd like to note, as more and more clubs try and get players, Pulaski's the only team in the state that has a D1 team and the D3 team, which is the second side. So I applaud you on your numbers and coming out and playing, guys. Really great system you got here. Cool. Yep. And now the president of the Badgerland Conference to present your D3 2019 state champions, Pulaski Joes.
Congratulations to the Pulaski Roos, your 2019 D3 state champions. Congratulations to all the teams participating in this league, not just here at state, but throughout the entire season. Great to see rugby continuing to develop here in the state of Wisconsin. Thank you to everyone involved with this OCAmedia sports production of the 2019 State High School Boys Championship. They include our producer and director, Paul Zwicker, our technical director, Natalie Hinckley, our field producer, Sarah Zwicker, our video replay specialist, Ethan Broughton-Wallers, our audio mixer, Judd Shipley, our camera operators, Ben Boerichter, Andrew Nitsky, and Jordan Hake. Thank you to all the color commentators who joined me in the booth. So, for the last time, from the Wisconsin State Rugby Complex in Cottage Grove, my name is Zach Seeloff saying take care of yourselves, take care of somebody else, have a wonderful 2019, and thank you for joining OCAmedia today for the State Rugby Championships. Have a good one, everybody.